Hello, happy people, and welcome to your Moment of Zed, the YouTube channel dedicated to the most beautiful car in the world. The BMW Z3, or as the folks in Ottawa call it, the Z3. I'm Mark, and today my plan was to replace the kick panel speakers in my car, which are, much like my old subwoofer was, cracked and making a lot of bad noises. However, something more important intervened, and that is the fact that I have a very serious oil leak, and I believe it is coming from the oil filter housing gasket, which is a common point of failure on our cars. And actually, I rolled the car out of the garage without starting it because one of the symptoms is your car's not leaking oil unless it's running, and that part's, that gasket's under pressure, and that's the symptom that my car has, and a couple other things I'll show you which leads me to believe I have that problem. Now, I put the parts on order, so I'm waiting for those, and the actual repair will be in the next video. So today I'm just going to kind of show you how I figured it out, briefly what I'm going to have to do to fix it, which is kind of going to be a minor pain in the butt. Also have some Zeds of the week. A lot of people have been sending them in, so I wanted to catch up on a few, not all. And I also wanted to announce the winner of our Stealth Box. So I will show that at the end, or tell that at the end. So please stay tuned, but let's take a look at how I figured this out. Okay, so figuring out I had some kind of oil leak was not all that difficult, because I went from bone dry once I had that front main seal fixed over the summer to all of a sudden spotting everywhere. And I thought, okay, it first started out very minor, but as it went on, I started to notice that I was leaving a little trail out the garage into the driveway. And I also noticed that at work, kind of the same thing, because I always park in the same spot. So that told me that it was bigger trouble than I originally suspected. So now if I turned the car on and took you underneath it, it would be dripping oil rapidly. But of course that could come from anywhere. But when you go into the engine compartment, it's going to be darn near impossible to see. But here's, of course, the cap for the oil filter housing. And again, there you can kind of catch that gold color. That is right by the base of the oil filter housing. And again, I lost it. There it is again. And that area, seeing oil there, is kind of your sure thing that that's probably your issue anyways. And if it's not, obviously it's not coming from the valve cover way too high, and it's not coming up from the oil pan gasket, which might be other obvious oil leak places. So that's where we're at. And those are kind of your symptoms. Now, the problem, of course, is that this is hard to get to. So basically, I'm going to have to remove almost everything I removed from my summer project. So the air intake and box, for me, the electric fan. Now, I'm not going to have to remove cooling stuff like the hoses, thank God, or the thermostat, thank God. But I'm going to have to remove the alternator and the alternator bracket to get to the bolts that hold that on. And that's what we're going to do as soon as the parts come in. So minor pain in the butt. I wished I had done it this summer. Thinking about it, if you're going to do the work I did this summer, kind of the series I did over the summer where I did the water pump, the thermostat, and all these other things in the front of the engine, the belts and the tensioner, all that stuff that I did, thinking about it now, I wish I had done this then, because I was literally there. I could have covered it and I didn't. So if you're going to do that work and you know that this gasket has never been done on your car, I just go ahead and do it as part of that whole gig, because it's going to be a lot easier if you do it then. So folks, apparently my automotive life is full of regrets, but what I don't regret is signing up for Buy Me a Coffee, because you folks have been very generous on Buy Me a Coffee, and I do appreciate that. If you'd like to support the channel, please use the QR code here, or the link in the description. I appreciate it. Now, I don't have a raffle going on anymore like I did last video, and I will tell you the raffle winner out of the 14 people who signed up. Do appreciate all of you. I'll give you that as soon as I show something else I don't regret. 4 beautiful Zeds of the Week. And first up, we have Ims from the UK with his 1999 2.8 liter 5-speed Roadster. Now, he's put in LED headlights, done an EWS delete, and remapped the ECU to get 250 horsepower. He's also the proud owner of an E30 318i, as well as an E36 325i. Very nice. Next up, we have Casey from Wisconsin with a new-to-him 2002 2.5-liter 5-speed Roadster with 95,000 miles. It has Style 55 wheels, and Casey plans on using the winter to do preventative maintenance, including fluids, brakes, and the cooling system. Good call. Next up, Bernard from Koblenz, Germany, who in June bought his 1997 1.8-liter 5-speed Arctic Silver Roadster and since has completed a laundry list of fixes and cosmetic improvements, including all the fluids, spark plugs, a sill treatment and repainting, a ceramic coating, and he is also very proud of his difficult-to-get-in-Germany custom license plate. He was inspired by GoldenEye, like many of us were. He's also done an interesting treatment on his door grill speakers where he restored them partially using a black T-shirt. Very cool. And last but not least, we have Sonny, who is only 19. Love to see the young guys get into the Z3 habit. He's from New Jersey, and he has a 2000 2.8-liter Roadster with 62,000 miles. Now, he's done new speakers all around other than the subwoofer. He has put in angel eyes. Next up is a cooling system and some performance modifications. Very nice. Thank you so much, gentlemen, for sharing your beautiful cars. If you'd like to see your car on Zed of the Week, please follow the easy instructions in the description below. Now I'd like to tell you the winner of the Stealth Box. Thank you again, Anthony from Z3Subwoofer.com for providing that for me and my viewers. I do appreciate it. I had 14 people sign up, and full transparency, what I did was the first person who sent in a donation and asked to be in the raffle was number 1, and the 14th person was number 14. And as they came in order, I opened up my computer, asked for a random number generator, and from 1 to 14, and it generated number 9, I believe it was, who was Andres from California. So Andres, congratulations. You win the Stealth Box. I'm going to send that off to you tomorrow when the post office is open again. So again, congratulations again. Thank you, Anthony, for providing that. And if you found this content valuable, as always, please crush that like button. And until next time, remember, friends don't let friends drive boring.